lot, and so I bought it together. And when I bought it initially, they were selling it as one package deal, as just one house on a lot. And I looked and I was like, this is a pretty big lot, And then when I looked in the legal records, the lot had been separated out at one time. And I don't think that the folks that I bought it from, they were investors as well. They weren't paying much attention to it. But I saw the opportunity to separate it back to its original form. So right now, you see we have a house here, and with the house, it's fenced in one yard, but these actually are two separate lots here. So it's two separate lots. And what we're gonna do eventually is, once we start to build on this lot where this trampoline is, that's probably where the house will sit. It'll sit a little further back. So this particular lot starts at, I don't know if you can see this post right here, this post that got the gray box on there. Actually, that lamp post, the tall lamp post, is pretty much where the lot ends for each yard. So this lot starts at that lamp post, goes to this fence. That lot starts at that lamp post, goes to that fence on the far right there. And so we'll be building a house, we'll be taking this fence down, we'll be, basically fencing that whole yard in. We're probably gonna put a fence, go ahead guys, go ahead. Yeah, thank you. We're probably gonna end up fencing this one in as well. So we'll fence this particular lot in here. And so like I said, what we did was we turned around and just looked at the tax records, and we went and looked at the GIS, and we subdivided these two. Subdivided back to its original form, had my guy to come and do the survey. And so, like I said, the lot starts right there at the lamppost, goes to this far fence. So we'll put a house pretty much right where that trampoline is, back a little further. And the house is probably going to be over a little bit more. So it's going to be a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, about 1,400 square feet as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. We already got the temporary power pole there. Temporary power pole. So on this particular lot, which was interesting, we got into the project, we got it started, and this particular lot is part of a flood zone. So you can't see from here. If you kind of look beyond that fence there, there's actually a creek that runs probably about 40 feet back, right? And so the way FEMA designates a floodplain, if it's a certain amount of water and they feel like it can flood at some point in time, they designate these certain areas as a floodplain. And so on this particular lot, we had to submit a lot of environmental studies. We had to submit a lot of paperwork to show that when this house is built, it's going to be built, it's going to be elevated. The crawl space is going to be elevated, whereas though there won't be a problem with the floodplain. And not only that the house won't obstruct the flow of water if it is a flood. They call it impervious. Like, I learned a lot of stuff by doing this construction. Impervious is like, how much runoff is it going to be? Once you start putting cement and so forth around in an area, there's nowhere for the water to run to and sink in. And so they account for all of that. So we had to have special studies for that, and I paid a bunch of money for it, but we'll still do okay with this particular lot because I bought it as a package deal, So had I not bought it as a package deal, I wouldn't have been able to get all the flood study work done on it and been able to make sense to put a house there. But since I bought it as a package deal, we renovated that house, and we actually turned it into a 2-bedroom. We just put up a few walls and made it into a 3-bedroom. So it's a rental property. That one's been a great rental for us. A small family in there. We got new flooring in there, new paint, new appliances, new light fixtures, brand new HVAC system. It didn't need much more than that. We put, some new trimming, some new hardware. We jazzed up the cabinets a little bit, so it looks really good. Probably about the most expensive thing we did was the heat and air system. And we put a deck on the back. Put a deck on the back, which is pretty cool. We're staying that. So once we do basically, build this house over here, they'll still have a pretty good sized yard because there's good space on the other side of this yard. Let's walk down here real quick. So, like I said, so we got to call and actually get some vinyl fixed on this side. They still got a decent yard on this side here. So if you look, it's still a decent sized yard. And we have a deck on the back there. So it's pretty cool. It's a corner lot. This is kind of like a street that leads to downtown Gastonia. You take that street all the way out and you'll pretty much, it'll take you to downtown Gastonia. So this is an up and coming area as well. The whole area of Gastonia really is just going through a change for sure. And so I'm just glad to be a part of it, bringing affordable housing to folks, livable houses, something that people can be proud of.
It's like a modernization.
It's modernization, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. You're right on the money with that. Modernization, bringing things up to standard, up to code, having things looking better, having things more efficient, safer, and just, a great place and something that's habitable and something that people can really take pride in and be proud of when they come home to. So, yep, this is really, exciting for us. We've been able to help a bunch of families, and we can't wait to build the one next door. Our goal this year, so we'll build this one should be starting about 2 weeks, and then the other one, like I said, starting about 2 months, and then the one that I told you about where we saw the big lot, we're hoping to get the townhomes on there. So if we can get the 16 townhomes, that would be great. But if we don't, we'll definitely get 6 single family homes. And I have a few other lots in the work as well. And I got one more property that we're finishing up a renovation up in Concord, North Carolina. So if we have time, we might go check that out as well. We'll be starting on that one soon. So that's going to be exciting, my guy. So, as this lot, as you see it now, they're going to end up digging up the soil so they can put the footers and so forth there. So they'll start by digging up the soil, and then once they dig up the soil, they'll put the footers. So it's going to be on a crawl space, and then the crawl space is going to be elevated a little bit, like I said, to keep it out of the flood zone. Yeah, but it's going to be a great house, nice house, ranch home, which will be pretty cool. As I mentioned, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. And it'll be great. As you can see, it's kids around here, so it'd be somebody has kids or whatever, they'll have other kids that they can play with and enjoy the area, grow up together, go to school together, and all that good stuff.
What's the aimed square footage?
About 1,300 square feet. Yeah, those seem to do pretty well, especially it's ties in with the character of the neighborhood, because most of these houses here already are somewhere in the neighborhood of about, like I said, up to about 1,000 square feet. So we wanted to kind of put something in that increases the square footage, but doesn't look so out of place. You know what I mean? And so, and then the ranch homes are super popular anyway. So we're looking at doing the ranch-style homes, one-level homes, or what have you. And those are super popular. Seems like everyone wants those nowadays. My wife has been talking about it for years, and I'm like, hey, we're getting a little bit of exercise going up the steps. She was like, the heck with that going up the steps. So we'll actually be we actually just closed on a 1-story house that we're going to be renovating and moving into. So may be showing you some footage of that one as well.
Okay, cool.
Yes, indeed.